The Clippers are officially going to be the oldest team in the NBA next season by adding the 32-year-old Beal to a veteran group led by Kawhi Leonard, who's 34, and James Harden, soon to be 36, brings their average age of their top 10 players to 32 years. This instantly reminds me of the Lakers debacle with Westbrook, Melo, and Dwight, a squad that averaged 33 years and missed the playoffs. They're not the same team, but as we learned so far in the NBA, age is not just a number. The OKC Thunder just won the chip with the youngest roster in the league while preaching defense, endurance, and running. On the contrary, what's one thing that old guys have in common? They miss a lot of games and are injury prone.
Especially with you getting older, now we have some injuries that come along. What can you add to this team and what's going to put me over the hump come playoff time? You don't want to become that guy that it's like, he's got the years, he's got the mileage on him, but we can't really get anything out of him. You got to produce, and you got to produce it efficiently if you're going to come and join superstars like that.
The last time Bradley Beal played all 82 games was in 2019. That's 6 years ago when he was at his physical prime.
Roll, measures. Beal gets open for three. Dagger!
5 seconds. Beal, crossover, in the paint, step back for the win. Got it!
Since then, he appeared in 52 games on average. And as we all know, with Kawhi, you can never be sure what to expect. He missed 201 out of a possible 410 games in the last 5 seasons. That's like having a part-time employee. Harden is the steadiest of them all, playing 63 games on average since 2021. All of this can't lead to something good. And why expect for Beal to be any better in this situation than he was with Durant and Book on the Suns? Do people still need proof that sudden super teams don't work anymore?
This is the thing that we got to pay attention to when it comes to the Phoenix Suns. They're the worst team in the fourth quarter in the NBA.
They have excellent players. They put them together and it doesn't work.
He's coming out of his worst individual season in the last 10 years, averaging 17 points while coming off the bench in the last 15 games for a team that missed the playoffs. If you ask me, he's a poor man's Norman Powell at this stage of his career. But before you run to the comments and crucify me for saying it, listen to this. Norm is a three-point specialist, a 45% catch-and-shoot guy. He doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective. He'll run through off-ball screens to his spots where he's deadly from. And the best thing is, he already clicked alongside Harden and Kawhi.
Powell a drifting three. Oh, he put it in! What a shot!
The Clippers didn't want to pay Powell after a career-best season, posting 22 points per game while shooting 42% on 7 attempts from downtown. And now you have Beal in the starting 5, a guy who played his best basketball in Washington as the primary ball handler. In LA, 99% of the system is still working around Harden and Leonard.
Leonard, 4 to shoot. Kawhi for the win. Yes! Hot damn! The Clippers win in overtime! Down the lane, the floater. It crawls through! James Harden ties up the score!
Bradley is not going to have the ball in his hands as much as he likes. That's why I think keeping Norm was the far better option. Nevertheless, in order for this to work, he's got to buy into this new role, which is a spot-up shooter and a third option when James and Kawhi run out of solutions. If you ask me, Bill Simmons said it best. Things went south with Beal in Phoenix because he resented being a role player, supporting guy to KD and Book and not having the ball enough. But now he's happy being a role player and supporting guy to Harden and Kawhi and not having the ball enough? Sorry, just trying to keep up. And I agree with this 100%. He's not as good as Powell shooting the ball, but he's far from the worst.
Beal in the paint, the pull-up, bucket. Book on the drive. No look pass, Beal squares, fires, bucket.
Beal shot almost 50% from the field and 38.5% from three-point range last year, with a slightly better 40% rate at catch-and-shoot opportunities. For $5.5 million a year, it's actually a steal.
At $50 million plus per year, it was a disaster in Phoenix. It was also a bad fit in Phoenix. He's being paid ninth man money. He can still put the ball in the hole. He's a much better fit with the Clippers and a much better contract, obviously, for the Clippers than it was in Phoenix.
And opposed to the Suns, where it was 99% offense, LA had the third best defense in the league last season. Chris Dunn and Derrick Jones Jr. are menaces on the perimeter.
Deflection again. Chris Dunn has been everywhere on the defensive side of things for the Clippers. Powell, the runner in transition. It's good. Pocket pick by Dunn. It's a foot race with no one. He'll take it straight to the rack. Westbrook with haste.
Westbrook gets denied by Jones.
Gordon, bully ball, and Jones gets a piece.
Not to forget that the Clippers turned Norm into John Collins, and they got Brook Lopez as well, solidifying their front court alongside Zubac. They pushed the Nuggets to 7 games and possibly the most interesting series of the playoffs, and now they'll have more bodies to throw at Nikola Jokic in order to slow him down. Bogey and Batum are there to serve as backups as well. On paper, they have a rock-solid 10-man rotation. And according to the newest info, they're not done making moves yet.
When you look at this Clippers roster, there's a 40-year-old point guard out there, Malika, who played all 82 games and can still play at a high level. And I think Chris Paul would be the perfect fit for this Clippers roster. Now, they only have the veteran minimum exception out there to go sign Chris, but certainly it would be a reunion as far as returning to the Clippers here.
If they get CP3, they'll be even older and will become the heavy favorites for the 2018 title for sure. But do they have enough to go up against a frightening OKC squad and a freshly reshaped Rockets who address their only weakness perfectly? If they're fully healthy and Beal buys in 100% into what Ty Lue asked him to do, maybe. But in reality, I don't think so. Only time will tell if I'm right or wrong. And time was not on the OK3 side, as the experiment of Westbrook, PG and Melo ended terribly after just 1 season. I documented their quick and sad downfall in this video right here. So check it out and talk to you in the next one. Peace out.